Hello and Sawadee Krab. I have not done a video for quite a few days now. Haven't felt like it. And I don't like to force them. I like them to come from the heart. And today I want to talk about expectations and the effect they have on our relationships with those around us. What prompted it actually was a conversation with my partner talking about someone he cares about, a young chap he's sort of wanting to be supportive of, not in terms of moral support for. In its difficult circumstances. I can't talk about them, obviously they're confidential, but it involved this person having a relative, pretty much only relative, who should, in inverted commas, be there for his brother. I mean, yeah, we would all probably agree that in circumstances where this person is the only remaining family, and it's his very difficult circumstances and he's finding it very hard to cope, that yes, he, quote, should help. But shoulds mean nothing. I don't do shoulds in life anyway. I had a brother I love very, very much, but he was not the person, the go-to person in the family when help was needed. He just wasn't. You could say he was really selfish. Well, yes, in that regard, maybe he was. In other ways, he wasn't. He was, in my opinion at least anyway, a very good father. And he sadly passed away 10 years ago now. But he was just not the man you would go to. I was always the one who felt I had to. But did I do it because I was an angel? No, it was because I felt I had to prove my worth, to prove that I was lovable to my family. Excuse Lucy having a full view. So expectations don't help because when we put expectations on people, it then clouds issues. And the one reason you should never have expectations that everything will be perfect with anybody, even your best friend, everybody will disappoint you, let me tell you. There is nobody in the world who won't disappoint you if you are honest with it, unless you're able to let go and just allow them to be the way they are and accept that's just the way they are. Because why is it not possible for anyone fully to meet your expectations, not even your soulmate? And Tony's my soulmate. But he will never meet all my expectations any more than I will meet his. It's not possible because each of us has very different life experiences, and it is the life experiences that make us decide what life is, who we are, and so on. So when we then start to say, well, because of those experiences, I expect that somebody does this, or does that, or considerate in this way, or kind in that, or whatever, we are setting standards that relate to our experiences only, not to theirs. And hopefully, when you find a good person who matches you well, you'll find that you have commonality, you have most of it in common, and you're okay about it. But to expect that it all will always be so is, frankly, you're just cruising for a bruising. You're waiting to be disappointed. Do I manage to view things in this enlightened a fashion? No. No. If you ask me what's my most challenging thing in my fledgling relationship with Tony, who is my soulmate, it is that. Both of us having lots of expectations of each other. I won't even begin to list them. And if you want a happy relationship, frankly, it has to stop and just accept each other as we are. We can compromise on things and we can change things a little bit if it's not against who we are. If it's not going as far as to say we need to do it to be true to ourselves. Sometimes we do. Sometimes there'll be things that we simply cannot change and somebody else may or may not like. Squeezing that toothpaste tube at the top is probably not high on that list. but nevertheless, little expectations can also cause big rows. Not that we've had the toothpaste one. But it is, I'm joking, but this is actually a very serious subject. And I once wrote something, or channeled something, that was a beautiful piece about the rock of love, how the only thing that you can rely on is, and you can read it two ways, it's either your inner self, higher self, that part of you that is self-love, or you can read it as the universe, God, or whatever you want it to. And that's the only thing you should rely on, and don't expect anything of anybody else, just enjoy them for who they are, the way they are. If you have to set parameters in your relationship, that's another matter, that's okay. And then you can decide, wait a minute, those parameters do or don't work for us as a couple, because sometimes couples shouldn't be together even when they love each other if they're big issues that are boundary issues or core issues for what they're desired, if they don't match. But this is never an absolute, it's never a right or wrong. But I'm not just talking about loving relationships. I'm very much talking about all relationships. My best friend, Nadia, she's a lovely person. Sometimes I drive her mad and sometimes she drives me mad. But we trust each other completely. And we have, I think, a very, very good friendship. She's certainly disappointed me, and I've definitely disappointed her on quite a few occasions, probably. And it doesn't lessen the friendship if we can be with that and just accept them the way they are. I'm coming to this. I'm coming to it. Give me time. Let me be patient. Oh, I know I'll be dead before it happens. I know. Anyway, thank you for listening.